Jason Randall. He is one of our participants in COLONTOWN who has been integral in sharing his experience and a lot of his medical knowledge about how to handle side effects and how to handle different treatments and second opinions. So now I'd like to talk with Jason Randall.
He said your liver is about what do you say? I think it was like 60+% covered in tumors. I had that were about 2.5 centimeters in diameter, and I had my one in my right lobe that was 11.5 centimeters by 7 centimeters. And within a week, I started chemo. I'd gone in, I had 100% blockage. I was inoperable for the colon and liver, so they put an emergency stent in me. It was about 10 centimeters long over a 5 centimeter long mass they found in my sigmoidal colon. It was not good at first. It was very, thing running through my mind was I have 2 kids and a pregnant wife that's 6 months pregnant. What the heck am I going to do? Like, my world was flipped. It was not fun. I went to a very dark place early on. Sorry. It was tough. It was very tough. It was been a healthy person. I used to run cross country. I used to work out. I mean, I was in the Navy. I mean, I did a lot of things. I thought, hey, I'm doing life right. And then what the hell just happened? Like, it literally, like the floor just drops out from underneath you. It was very tough. And so it was very tough for my wife too. She's sitting there 6 months pregnant, has no idea what to expect. Like Alexa said, you hear stage 4, I think, oh gosh, I'm going to be dead within 6 months. And that was pretty much the trajectory I was on, come to find out many, many months later. I did a lot of research during that time. That's when I really started to pull myself out of kind of the dark side of things. I started seeing an integrative medicine doctor, and he changed my whole cancer experience. It was really huge what he had showed me, what he suggested, kind of some of the science behind it. By nature, I make maps for a living, so I'm a very analytical guy. I'm a GIS analyst, and so I'm all about science and stuff. And I also study anthropology quite a bit. And so I'm just this integrative med doctor. I'm very open-minded. I just went with what he said, and that's when things just started to turn around a lot. One of them was the integrative medicine doctor that I saw. That was a huge game changer for me, and it just happened to coincide with me joining a stage 4 colon cancer group. And then from there, people were talking about COLONTOWN. And so all within like a couple of weeks, I had seen an integrative medicine doctor. It started a meditation that ended up really helping me. That was a huge game changer. I was never a big believer in, like the mind, using your mind to help you. I would have laughed at meditation before, and something I did, I connected with something. People call it different things, but I really connected, and it was healing for me. And from there, kind of with these groups, especially COLONTOWN, you just start to get other information. You start to look into like, okay, what's my situation? What can I do for myself, kind of, which led me ultimately after those 11 cycles of FOLFOX, I ended up having an additional 4 of FOLFIRI with Bextabix, which is very similar to what you had, and that stuff will just wreck you. That's kind of when I had another big moment was when it was this January, or actually, let me rewind. It was November 2019. I had another set of CT scans done, and they said that my oncologist said that there was a couple spots that showed up on my lungs, but that everything else had pretty much, we can't see it, or what we see, we don't know what the status is. We biopsied it. There's, no signs of malignancy within the biopsies. And all of a sudden these 2 things pop back up on the scan. And I told her I had a kind of an upper respiratory type thing going on at the time. And she's like, okay, well, we're going to throw you back on the FOLFIRI with the Bextabix. And I'm just like, okay. That pretty much started a bad series of events for me. My stent started to fail. And let's see, January, she started saying, I brought up the possibility of resection surgery, because I was told chemo for life. I'll never be a candidate. You'll never be operated on. If you do, it's for palliative reasons only. And I was just like, well, why? If things are shrinking, I need to get a second opinion. And I got excellent doctors, but she's also not a surgeon. And the best part about the thing of hope that got me was seeing the second opinion. I mean, I'm in a great cancer institute, but I through COLONTOWN I met people who like, you got to go see Dr. Fong. Fortunately, my sister lived like 25 minutes from her, so I had a place out there to recover the surgery. And he told me his surgery, only about 10 to 15% of people qualify for it, and that it's with curative intent. That's when I was just like floored, like, holy crap, why didn't I, seek this out earlier? Like, what's going on? Like, is this guy telling me that my odds are going to be flipped again, but this time in a good way? And so I jumped all over it. I mean, my kids have been my motivator this whole time. I mean, I live for them and my wife. And it was going to get that second opinion. It changed my life. And the pathology report back, that even just solidified my decision that much more. They told me that I had a complete pathological response to chemotherapy. Uh, and of the less than 1% remaining, I had 99% of that was tumor necrosis, and they removed the rest with the surgery. And I had never seen a doctor smile so big, especially uh, he called me his unicorn patient, and that meant a lot.
The surgeons also, this was a year after joining COLONTOWN, they were just amazed. They were at it's a University of Kentucky, so there were lots of med students. And sometimes in our conversation about science, the doctor would actually stop and explain to the med students what we were talking about. And that was a light bulb moment for me, that COLONTOWN had given me the tools to make me a competent partner in my healthcare, and to have a competent and well informed conversation with my doctors about my care. I could go in and actually discuss the possibility of a high pump to reduce the liver mets, or I could come in and talk about what are, with real life examples of how I can get to surgery and how I can get through surgery. So that's one of the benefits. And one of the things that has brought me the most, selfishly, I guess, the most joy has been that I conquered the science part of this. I mean, it's not completely obtainable. Nobody knows all the science behind cancer and how to get better, but I feel like I have, through the folks who are science minded in COLONTOWN, I have been able to obtain enough information to be an effective advocate for my own health care. And that is one of the more empowering things that we experience in our neighborhood and in our community. I want to thank you so much I know personally you have impacted me. You've been like one step ahead of me. So I say, Jason did it, I can do it. And I hope that you continue to share your story. What's one thing that you hope to do now looking forward?
Going forward, of course, I want to spend so much time with my family now that I've basically been given a second chance at life. But I also want to help others by doing like the research aspect. Any way I can help. I want to help people. That's my big thing now, is I want to help people.
I want to thank everybody for your patience and your participation today in our project on Stories of Hope. I hope that through this experience and through participating in this project, that you will be empowered and given a glimmer of hope that we experience in our community at COLONTOWN. Just know that no matter what you face in your colorectal cancer treatment and in the processes that you face in the next days, that we're always able to be better together, and that we have a community that can at least hold your hand as we go through the different treatments and the different challenges that we face with this disease. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.